Hey there, welcome to F Studios channel. In this video, we will explain about how to play our novel strategy-based board game Far Islands. This is a game that your family can play together and have fun as it suits for both kids and parents. This can be played by 2 players or 4 players. It can also be played by 3 players, but in that case, one of the player will have slight unfair advantage. But before you understand how to play the game, let's go through all the components and terminologies first. Your game box contains instruction manual. You can go through it and learn the game as well. But who does that? Don't worry, if you don't want to do that. This video is for you. But you need to scan the QR code from the manual and download the FIHQ Android app. Follow the instructions to activate the code, before you keep that instruction manual aside. Please note that, the activation code is a single-use unique code that makes the app, ad-free for you. So, don't forget to use that at earliest and do not share it with others. Now, let's understand the components. This is the game board, also referred as the naval map. Once you open it, you will find 4 islands and a treasure pot picture in the center. Number rows 1 to 9, represent latitudes. And character columns A to I, represent longitudes in the game. If a number or character is mentioned alone, it represents entire row or column in the map, not only one zone. A combination of character and number represents particular zone. For example, E5, refers to dotted square in the center of the board, the area with treasure pot picture. This is command base, the main zone for a player to defend. The shield on each side of the board indicates command base. Any ship in this zone, yours or other players, is safe except for weapon attacks or natural calamities. Zones in this area on your side, including command base, are your launching zones. Number written on a zone is the gold you need to pay for launching your ship there. Command base is a free launching zone. So, there are 9 launching zones, including 3 premium zones, on each side of the map. But remember, player can only launch the ship in his or her own island. There are 4 lighthouses, 1 in each corner of the map. We will talk about them when we talk about research papers. For now, let's move on to pieces. There are 4 different color piece sets in your game box. Each set will have 7 pieces, 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer, 1 submarine, and 4 corvettes in it. These are the game pieces. This one is your main ship, the one with big cylinder top, the cruiser. Cruiser can move to any zone adjacent to it. This one with plus sign at the top, is the destroyer. Destroyer can move 1 or 2 zones, in straight, horizontal or vertical line in each side. You can remember this, with the help of plus sign, at the top of the destroyer. This one with odd shape, the submarine. Submarine can move 1 zone straight, horizontally or vertically, in any 4 directions. It can also move 2 zones diagonally, in any directions. It cannot move 1 zone diagonally. Any ship, in between, cannot stop it from moving diagonally. And this one, with small cylinder top, the corvette. The corvette looks like the cruiser only, but is relatively smaller and has much smaller cylinder on it. Corvette doesn't only look like cruiser, but also moves exactly like cruiser. 1 zone, in any direction, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. All the ship moves explained here, can be used to capture enemy ships as well. There are 28 cards in your game set. 24 cards, with this background are weapon cards. Remaining 4, with this background are research papers. Each weapon card is for single use. It gives specific power to the associated type of ship. You need that type of ship on the map to use the weapon card. After the use, weapon card goes back in headquarters inventory. The advantage with weapon card is that, when you use it, your ship does not need to move. Weapon card directly affects the ship in the target zone, if it is within the weapon range. But it can affect only one target at a time. Every weapon card carries the details regarding the associated ship it can be used with, effect when used on the target ship, and the range within which it can be used. Each weapon card costs 500 gold without research papers. Every research paper that you hold will bring down the cost of weapon cards by 100 gold. So, if you hold 2 research papers, weapon card cost for you will be 300 gold. Every lighthouse holds 1 research paper at the start of the game. Only the first player reaching to a lighthouse will get the research paper from that lighthouse. Research papers are assets. Unlike weapon cards, they are not single-use cards. Research papers can be traded, stolen, or transferred to island's new owner if you get defeated. There are 4 piles of coins. 10 coins in each pile, 40 coins in total. Each coin represents 100 gold in the game. You can buy resources from the headquarters and other players using gold. You have heard about headquarters many times. Headquarters is nothing but a virtual game manager that trades resources with you for gold and collect launching fees and premium. Headquarters also places gold in the map as per FIHQ app instructions. FIHQ is an event notification app, designed by Creasive. It is available to download, from Google Play Store, for free. It offers you to specify the number of players in the game. It also offers 2 advanced modes to play the game. The timer mode requires players to complete the turn within 60 seconds. If a player cannot complete the turn within time, player will pay 100 gold to headquarters and get additional time. But remember, the turn cannot be skipped in any case. A player can buy time till he or she has gold to buy it. If there is no gold, and yet the player couldn't complete the turn, he or she is defeated. The other advanced mode is Storm Mode. In Storm Mode, the app will notify player about the upcoming storm. Players need to move their ships away from the storm area before the storm occurs. When the storm occurs, all ships in the affected latitude and longitude will be destroyed. Even ships placed at command base are not safe against the storm. By default, the app will notify players about the gold production. When notified, headquarters will place 200 gold in the zone specified by the app for players to collect. Ship reaching first in the zone where gold is placed will collect the gold. So now that you know about the components and terminologies, let's put all the pieces together and understand how to play and win the game. To begin with, all the research papers will be kept under each lighthouse in the corners of the board. Every player owns the island on his or her side of the board, and navy of that color. Initially, only the cruiser is placed on the island command base by all the players. Players can now collect remaining ships and 1000 gold from headquarters. Now you can start this turn-based game. Any player can take first turn. In a turn, player can do any one of the following 4 things. 1. Move a ship that is already on the board. 2. Launch a ship by paying launching cost and also the premium if applicable. 3. Buy a weapon card by paying required gold to headquarters. And 4. Use a weapon card on a target zone. Then, it's next player's turn to do the same. And then next, and so on. The game will continue, until all the player except one, are defeated. A player is defeated in any of the following circumstances. 1. If the cruiser of the player is destroyed. Or, 2. If the player ceases to own at least one of the islands. Or, 3. If the player cannot take a turn or refuses to take a turn. On defeat, all the ships of a player are taken off from the board. But, the resources of the player, such as gold, weapons and research papers, remain with island only. Any one of the remaining players can capture the island and get all resources. You can capture the island by moving any of your ships to the command base of the island. Once you capture the island, you own it and you can use it to launch your ships as well. But, only if the player is defeated, you get other resources. Couple of miscellaneous things you should take a note of are, 1. Any ship that is blocked by jammer weapon, will be kept in sleeping position in the same zone on the board. 2. Players can trade internally, at their will anytime in the game. That's it. You can enjoy the game now. But remember, capture as much gold as you can, be alert about the storm and weapon attacks. And of course, if you have gold, buy and use as many weapons as you can, and dominate the game. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to get regular updates. Also hit the bell button below, to get notifications about our new videos.